got to feel in heaven when my lover's near. Lord, let this moment.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to see you. It's good to be with you. It's good to hear all of this lovely, lovely music with the smell of roast in the background. I am your host for this evening. I am Detective Latte, and I have a lot of things that I need to tell you about tonight. To get the ball rolling, those of you joining us on Facebook, those of you joining us on YouTube, welcome to the live stream. I'm very excited to be with you, and I want to just take a little bit of your time this evening to talk to you about our Kickstarter. And I know that there are a couple of outstanding questions that getting pinged on, and so I want to just take some time to address some of those questions, and hopefully I can provide some answers that everyone's going to be happy with. So I am going to be making sure I don't miss anything on my list, so hold on just a moment while I pull up this file. Okay, awesome. Can everybody hear me okay? Is the audio good? Okay, looks like we've got a couple of live reactions. I can take that as a yes, the audio is okay. So we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to do is to say thank you to those of you who have backed our Kickstarter campaign for our upcoming game Stereotypical. Your support is beyond words. How much it means to us that you would believe in us, believe in this vision, that you would want to be a participant in everything that this experience has to offer. I want to start off with answering a question that came yesterday, actually, and the question is what does this game feel like? Stereotypical is, for lack of better verbiage, it's a choose your own adventure game. And so if you've ever read a book where you can turn to multiple pages and you go to one page and then you read something that says, go to page 18. And then you read something else that says, go back to page 4. You read something else that says, go back to page 7. And as you go through that experience, you find out that everything that you decide to read is telling you something different. It's leading you in a different direction. And so in Stereotypical, which is going to be a game that you can play on mobile, you'll be able to interact with the environment that you're in, and at certain points during your experience, you'll have conversations with different characters. You'll come across, a mystery or two, and in order for you to progress, you'll have some decisions that you have to make. And so each and every one of those decisions matters a lot, because for every decision that you make, it drastically could change the outcome of the story, of characters that you will meet that you might not have met because of a certain decision that you made. And so we really want this to be an opportunity for people to be able to play the game as many times as they want to their heart's content, and hopefully they'll be able to see how many endings there are in our experience. The link for the Kickstarter has been posted in the chat. I see that it is very not scaled proper for this window, and that's my B. So sorry about that, guys, for those of you who are only paying attention to the stream, but I will make sure that I fix that for my next stream, so things will actually render properly on the page. But if you could go to our Kickstarter page, if you go to Kickstarter.com, and if you search for Stereotypical, I think we're actually the first hit for the game experience, and I'll actually show the page here shortly. But I do want to dedicate some time to answer some of these questions. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pull up the Kickstarter page, and as I talk about these things, then we can talk about things on the Kickstarter more in depth. So let's switch over a little bit here. Okay, so this is our Kickstarter page, and here just a little bit about us. If you don't know anything about us, Clopas, we are a family-friendly video game studio located in Southwest Wisconsin. We have our founding by Roxanne and Scott Adams, and we have been creating games, immersive games, casual games, ever since 2018. And if you want to learn more about us and about our history, about our founders and their history in the game industry, be sure to check us out at clopas.net. We've certainly got quite the portfolio going, and for every project that we have done, it's part of our mission, and it's part of our vision of the company that we are creating experiences that can leave lasting impact for people who play our games. So Stereotypical is absolutely a part of that vision. And in this game, you come across all different sorts of stereotypes, all different sorts of tropes, and it's going to be up to you to really look at each one of these things carefully. And I would encourage you, when you play the game, that you would lean into the tropes and lean into the stereotypes as much as possible. It's going to impact the way that you view the storyline, and it will hopefully serve as a better tutorial as you play through. I see that there is a question in the chat. Does this Scott Adams fellow have any experience in making these types of games? As a matter of fact, this Scott Adams fellow has a grand history of making text-based adventure games. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, he was the person to bring text adventure gaming to the personal computer. He was really the one to make a splash with it, with his company Adventure International, and that first experience being Adventureland. So Scott Adams is very, very experienced in creating immersive experiences to which will tap into the imagination and will inspire the player to really have fun in the world that they're in, to be able to create and to think freely in the game that they're playing. Actually, another plug if I can get this posted in the chat, but our Scott Adams just did a interview talking about the history of the game industry, his history in the game industry. It's very good. It's very in-depth. You can find those links on our Facebook page and on our website. So definitely go and check those out if you haven't gotten a chance to. I'll go ahead and continue on here with our Kickstarter. So in this first episode of our Kickstarter, we're calling this Alien Invasion. And in this story, we have these aliens. It's supposedly, there are these aliens that have come to abduct all of the cows. And town conspiracist Floyd is telling everybody about how he saw the events happen. And of course, it's going to be up to the efforts of Detective Latte and Monica Mocha to get to the bottom of what exactly is going on here. It's really interesting how a lot of these ideas kind of came to fruition. And, you know, if you've seen any movie that involves aliens, what are some of the things that start coming to your mind? Invaders, they're going to take over the planet, maybe enslave the human race, mind control, giant robots, all sorts of things in that area, right? You can count on experiencing some of that in Stereotypical, but maybe not in the way that you're imagining. And I'm just going to have to leave it at that. But each one of these episodes that we're creating in this series focuses on a certain theme. And so, you know, here in episode 1, which is our primary focus for this Kickstarter campaign, we are focusing on the alien portion of it. And we have a very dynamic cast of characters that I'll run through briefly. But if we can not only surpass this goal that we have set for the first episode, we'll be able to make 2 more episodes, hopefully, surrounding different themes. You know, we've got superheroes as another theme, and we've got a lot of ideas that are jam-packed into that episode. It's a lot of fun. And then episode 3 kind of takes a little bit of a spin with some film noir. We'll really get to experience what it's like living in the life of Detective Latte and his friends as they solve different cases and enjoy a nice cup of mocha, nice cup of joe. So certainly we really want people to show out, and help us make this a reality. I want to take a second here to go and look at some of the these pledges. And I had a number of people say how they were really going to wait until, you know, we were closer to the end of the Kickstarter before they wanted to jump in and start really participating. Nothing wrong with that. What's a little suspense in a good story, am I right? But guys, I gotta be real with you. It's down to the wire. So the suspense is here. We have 7 days left from today. We have 7 days left to meet our Kickstarter goal. 48 of you have generously gotten on board the train, and you are hopefully not the last of it. It is so crucial that during these last 7 days that anybody who has pledged, again, thank you so much, but share our story with as many people as you can, because the more people are learning about us, the more they see the vision and the more that they want to be a part of it. That is 99% of the feedback that I have been receiving and our team has been receiving, is that people, once they know our story, once they find out about who we are as a company, once they find out about this project and what we're trying to do with it, people are really on board for this. So it's an effort that's going to take a whole village, and we're a small indie studio team with big dreams and big ambition, and we really need everybody's help if we're going to make this a reality. As of today, it is still absolutely possible for us to reach our Kickstarter goal. I know that some people were questioning whether or not we were going to make it. Guys, I'm telling you that there is no reason that we cannot make this goal if we try. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. I know that for some, they look at the number and they're just like, oh, you're only 15% of the way there. How are you going to get it in 7 days? Watch it happen, guys. It starts with the desire, and then it executes with the will. Okay, if we want this to happen, we have to work together. We all have to join. We all have to do our best to spread the word about this Kickstarter and what we're trying to achieve with it. I have another question. That I want to answer. And before I do answer that question, I have a little bit of something that I want to share with everyone, and I will be making that a shareable video later today. And so when that video is posted, I would ask that you guys would take that and share it with as many people as you can, because this is very personal for me. I'll answer this question first, and then I'm gonna actually just kind of put a bow on this little stream of where we are and what our next steps are, and then I'll close it out. But this next question is, what can people expect from meeting the Kickstarter goal? What you can expect is that we're actually going to get the game done. Really, that's what you can expect. You can expect that you'll be a part of that process the entire way, and there are some special surprises that we really haven't talked about much, but you can guarantee that, if you're with us through this journey, you're really with us through this journey. Like, we are going to take you guys in every single step to make sure that this is the best possible game it can possibly be, and that you are absolutely satisfied with the decision that you made to not only believe in us, but to just have some fun. So, okay, I in all of my chatting, I've actually answered most of the questions that were in my list. I just was trying to weave them in there the best that I could. So we just got another pledge. Rob, thank you so much. So much. Appreciate you. Please, as I said, just continue to share our story across the multiverse of the internet. Tweets away. Thank you so much. I'm going to move to put a bow on this stream. If anybody pops up and they have a question that they want me to answer, I'll be happy to do so. But I wanted to keep this relatively brief and tell you guys about some things that are pretty important. So this Kickstarter video that you can play at the beginning.
When you think Southwest Wisconsin, you should think mobile games. That's right.
That is right. You should think mobile games. And, you know, here in this Kickstarter, I show off Stereotypical and I tell you a little bit about what...
You see, I'm the chief operating
what's
officer at a
here.
little Midwestern video game studio called Clovis, where we make family-friendly video games. When the world started to turn upside down with pandemics and isolation, we decided that we wanted to team up with our local university to work with those computer science students and create a game that we thought the world needed.
That last line about creating a game that we thought the world needed. I want to let you in on why that is. There was a lot of panic going on when the pandemic hit. And people were losing the ability to not only make contact with each other, but they were also losing the ability to connect in meaningful ways with one another. And out of a lot of those emotions, we saw waves of change and waves of struggle and strife in our country. And things got pretty dicey for months on end. Things like depression, things like mental illnesses were at an all-time high, especially in youth, and it was a challenging time, you know, for everybody, and not everybody that was going through that struggle had a means to escape, had a means to communicate themselves. And for us, we have a focus to, you know, and put some life back into people's lives. And part of that vision was led by our creative team lead, April Way. And this project is so important to us. It's very important to me. April was not only my coworker, my co-lead, but she was also one of my greatest friends. And unfortunately, during the process of developing this game, she passed away in February from COVID complications. That was an extremely trying time for us as a company. It was a very painful time for me. It's no exaggeration to you that when I was in the hospital with her, all of this was one of my last conversations with her. And I told her back then, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know how we're going to make this number. I don't know how we're going to get people. I don't know how we're going to do so many different things. And it's not so much a fear of failure, not meeting that goal, that hurts my heart or that frightens me. What really gets to me is, if we can't make that goal, what is that going to mean for my team? What is that going to mean for those people who are putting in so much heart and soul to try and make this thing a reality? there is a soul of fun that April brought to this game in its design and in its creativity, and we really need your help, because I don't want this vision to die too. And I can't say it any other way, that it's more than just it's more than just another game for us. It's a game changer. And I hope that for everybody that sees this stream, for everybody that learns this part of the story that's not so happy-go-lucky, I really hope that you can tell people about the soul that is behind this game, that's behind this campaign and this story. So please, if you have any at all ability to join our Kickstarter, or at least share it on any or every single one of your outlets, please help us make this a reality. This is the most open plea that I can make, but I'm not discouraged. I am still focused. We are still hopeful, and we believe that we can still do this, but it's gonna take everybody. It's gonna take a whole village. And if you're just now tuning in, feel free to go back and watch this stream in its entirety. I answered a couple questions. I talked a little bit more about the game, and also shared a little bit about why this is particularly important to my team and particularly important to me. So on that note, I just want to wish you all a very pleasant evening, and we really need you. So that's the best I got. That's the best I got. So have a good rest of your night, everybody, and I will certainly be chatting with you again very, very soon. Thanks, and have a good one.